What does retirement mean to you? Not so long ago, it would have been a round of golf or gardening or cruises, but the fact that we're all living longer has dramatically changed what it means to be retired. Those approaching retirement now see it differently.
I cycle to work, I cycle recreationally, do a lot of long cycle rides.
I like windsurfing, I like water sports. So sport is a big part of my life. I fully accept that I won't be able to play at the sort of speed and level I do at the moment, but I seem to be doing okay at the moment, and so I'll carry on as long as I can.
Living longer is a challenge we all face, but how much longer?
It will be quite ridiculous if we foresee a future where we're expecting to retire at the age of 65, when at the age of 65 people can expect to live for another 35, 40 or even more years towards the end of this century. I think workplaces will become very different, and the way our careers develop will become very different. We're even beginning to see the beginnings of this now, where people in certain types of occupation at least retire from that occupation, from that career, and begin a new career quite late in life. And also we're seeing people unretiring themselves.
Both myself and my wife, we have the sort of jobs whereby we can start to wind down and work on a part-time basis in more of a sort of consultancy role. So I think we both aim to do that. How much we wind down over what period, I don't know yet, but I think we're going to be active in the workplace for quite some time yet.
Working longer is part of the solution, but is it enough? Traditional ways of paying for old age are feeling the strain.
I think we're moving increasingly towards, not in the immediate future, but we will in the longer term, move towards certainly state finance pensions, which at best will keep you out of poverty. Anything beyond that, I think increasingly we'll see, will have to be the responsibility of the individual.
Luckily, there are more tools available than ever before.
When we think about retirement, we tend to think about pensions. So we have the state pension. If you've been employed, you'll probably have had a company pension, and you may even have a personal pension. But increasingly, we're seeing people working into retirement, perhaps having a part-time job or even starting their own business. On top of that, they may have other savings, ISAs or other investments. And a lot of people are thinking about using their house as part of the pension, but that needs to be treated with caution, because downsizing or getting money out of your house can be a tricky thing to do.
What we've managed to do over a number of years is get some pension plans set up, but we also have some houses, so we get income from those. So we've got a spread of assets that we basically get an income from.
So how much should we be saving?
How much you need depends on when you're going to retire, what sort of lifestyle you want, and what other sources of income you've got already. But as a general rule of thumb, we'd say that whatever income you do need, you probably have to have a savings pot of 20 or even 25 times that amount to give you that income through your retirement.
I'm very, very conscious of the size of my pension pot, which is much smaller than it should be.
I know how much I've got, but really I've done no thinking about how much I'm going to need for what we need to do.
Saving enough for a comfortable retirement takes commitment. That's why it's essential to make the most of any help on offer.
If you're in a company pension plan, your employer will often match any additional contributions you make, so it's certainly worth taking advantage of that. And another tip that I often give is that when you get a pay rise, think about putting some of that away into your pension as well. It's often easier to give up money you've not got used to having in your pocket.
None of us can predict the future, but there's no doubt that we're all living longer. The good news is that a more active and healthier retirement awaits us. But coping with that means saving more, it means maximising your options, and it means planning your retirement. But the good news is that it's never too late to start.